Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
We know we've had an amazing week, Jeff. We're getting closer and closer to Christmas, one of my favorite holidays. So you know what? We've got a jam-packed show for you as we kind of reflect today and
Oh
kind
yeah,
of just talk. Let's go.
yeah. I got my red shirt on, so at
No,
least
there we
I'm
go. See?
not. Let's do it.
To the HPLS podcast. Live, relevant, and high performance information, conversations, and education weekly.
There we go. So good morning, Lisa. So happy to see you this morning.
Hey, Lisa.
I know it's out in the West Coast. Always appreciate you and always getting that number one spot again, as
Always.
always. Jeff, man, it's I know we've got like Snowmageddon here in Toronto. I would assume it's
Oh,
the
do
same.
you? Yeah, we got nothing. We had like a lot of rain last night, but it wasn't as bad as they said it was going to be because we're supposed to get high winds. It was probably 20 mile an hour less than what they predicted, and it's really not all that bad right now.
Yeah, so they said that it was gonna rain. It was gonna rain, and then there gonna be like a flash freeze, and then
That's
you know
what
we've got
happened tonight.
the man.
Yep.
Flash
Hey,
freeze,
there
and
he
then
is.
we're gonna get the snow, and then there we go. We got the good wolf himself.
Yeah,
Good
that's
morning,
it,
DJ.
man. We got the
What's
good
going on,
elf,
everybody?
not
The good elf. I love
The
that.
good elf.
The
Good
good
elf.
elf.
I like that. I like that.
Good morning, brother. How you doing this
Yeah,
morning?
I'll take it.
It's happening, man.
Oh man, how are you guys? Thanks for the invite.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, no,
absolutely,
you're-
man. Hey, you
yeah.
started this mess.
Exactly.
come on.
No, happy to see you, man.
So
You
what's
know,
going on,
it's like,
guys?
oh, I love
It's
the
a
shirt,
great-
man.
It's
So
a
happy
great,
to be,
great Friday wins and lessons.
Yes,
Yep.
the man himself, DJ. So you know what? Since you're here, man, let's get started with you, brother. What are your wins that you had for the week, friend?
Yeah. Go ahead. Come on, DJ.
For the week, it's amazing. Crazy right now, man. I couldn't be more blessed. Honestly, just it's been amazing. That's I gotta leave it there. This week has been life changing to this point. So
That's good. All right. So it's been life changing. Come on, man. Spit it out. What
Yeah,
happened?
you can't just leave us on a cliffhanger. I know you don't want to give
Oh,
us details, but let us know.
man.
so obviously gonna be doing more with loyalty brands and with John Hewitt and loyalty brands here soon. So just got some news with that and some future meetings with that. So yeah, it's just insane.
Awesome.
Crazy.
That's coming in the first quarter of next year or sooner.
Yeah, beginning of next year.
Awesome, man. That's good. Good for you, man. I'm glad for you.
So yeah, it's been crazy.
So come on. There's other stuff brewing. What else is brewing? That can't just be it.
Oh man, that's I mean, besides that, there's so many things on the list right now. There's so many things in the works. Got a few different podcasts going on, a few different ideas. Again, not as I can't be unfortunately on here as much as I want to. It's so much fun. I know the addiction, Jeff. I know you're loving it. And it is amazing. But yeah, just the time won't be able to do it with you guys like you guys do every day. So I mean, this takes a lot of work. Anybody who's watching this, anybody who's seen Jeff and Dan and these guys doing this, I mean, this is a lot. Let me tell you, this is a full-time job in itself. So, I mean, mad props to you guys, especially you, Jeff. Jeff, you really were the one who saved this whole thing. If it wasn't for you, we were coming off the tracks. Me and Dan needed somebody, and there you were. So, and you've always kind of been there. So, really, that's why I gave you so much props, man.
I appreciate that.
From the beginning.
And that's like the perfect segue. You know, that's a perfect segue into Jeff. Jeff, what's your wins for the week, my friend?
Oh my
You've got a
God!
lot.
And hey, look, it was slow this week. I'll be honest. Nothing that was unpredictable. It usually happens around this time of year when you've got a lot of shippers that are extending their vacation time because they get 2 extra days of holiday, and then they're going to tap on 3 days of their vacation. So they're able to use 6 days of vacation to get 11 or 12 days off.
Yeah.
Right? So I did it when I was there.
I did it quite a
Very
bit.
strategic. Very strategic.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, that's what they do. And so I didn't work that hard this week at all. There was really no need to it. I mean, I know there's a ton of guys out there that are hammering it. Good for you.
Yeah.
I know a lot of companies out there that are still operational. They have no choice in the matter. So good for the guys that are out there and doing what they do best. This week in wins, it was a win last night that was unexpected when TJ Knutson from Hold My Beer reached out to me and asked me if I want to be part of his crew. The relaunch is excellent podcast. He's been doing this for a long time. I like TJ. I've been following him.
He's a good dude.
As well as Tony Dornell. He's a really good guy. And I am looking forward to this launch. It's going to be special. It's going to be great, and I appreciate the opportunity to work with those guys. So that was my biggest win this week, an unexpected win, and spoke to him last night and dotted the I's, crossed the T's. So we're doing it.
Nice, man. I love to see that.
I was so excited to see that, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Man.
Congratulations, Jeff.
Guys.
They couldn't find anybody better, to be honest. So I'm so happy that you're gonna be on there and give your knowledge. So this week has been great. Like the same thing like Jeff. I'm not trying to procure new business this week. I'm honestly just trying to let it ride because that's where you kind of get into trouble a little bit. For me, my work week, actually, we had more loads this week, which we were able to take care of. And a lot of paperwork. So we've got like 2 brand new customers who will be coming on in the new year with us. So just getting the paperwork, SOPs, all that fun stuff taken down. So we're just extremely happy about that. That's something that we like to do. I've already put my out of office message. I don't care. I am that's you'll see me back on Wednesday. Right? So and just like outside of like the podcast and stuff like that, I got my first gig for next year as a videographer. So
nice.
Yes. Right. The journey I'm gonna be
doing,
dude. So
this year's ending on a great note.
It's awesome, man. I'm just, I think when you express like gratitude and just being humble and always wanting to be serving people, like those doors just open. Like Jeff, I read your comment this morning about like, what do you say to like a shipper when they say, hey, we only use assets, right? And being able to break that down and have those discussions. But, it's great. It's honestly amazing. The gratitude, like DJ, I'm so proud of you, with everything you're going to be doing with loyalty brands. But, guys, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun today. So we're getting up close to Christmas. I personally love this because Christmas Day is actually my birthday. So I'm turning 34 on the 25th. So
you're a youngster. You little
Nah, I'm up there. My back hurts, man. I got nothing but back problems. I'll ask every one of you guys. Man. So we'll ask this question here.
Slap on a couple decades, dude, and then let's have another conversation. I hope you're still
walking. I'll be in sales chatter in 20 years. I kind of do that. But boy, what is your favorite gift that you've ever received for Christmas?
Oh man.
And for the audience as well.
I'll go first on that. And I'm honest that I get a little emotional on it too.
Thank you, Kelly.
It's not materialistic. It's not at all. It was being able to have my last Christmas with my mom, which was unbelievable. I know that there's certain times of the years that you think of your loved ones and stuff like that, but man, sometimes Christmas is not about the materialistic things in your life. It's much, much more than that. And I can't say anything else on that. I think that was probably the one that I'll always remember. I'll never ever forget it until I'm dead, of course, and then no one knows what happens after that. That was the best one for me, for sure.
I love it. So I have kind of, and it's funny. I guess it's not funny, but it's crazy that you brought up your mom. It's not I guess the gift I remember the most, or the Christmas I remember the most. We were kids. We had accidentally found our basketball hoop in the garage. It's supposed to be a Christmas gift. We went nuts. We were, wow, we were excited. And then my mom said, it's got to go back. It's got to go back. So we thought for sure it was gone, because then what my parents came up with was my mom actually had my dad. So shout out to my mom and dad, and shout out to all the parents. The kids, we remember this crazy stuff. I'm telling you, I do. Look, I'm telling you all right now. But so my dad ended up putting up the basketball hoop. Good. And so we're looking, we opened everything. It's nowhere. Then we go outside, and in Ohio, anybody knows right now weather's crazy, but so and it was a sunny day. We were able to actually play that day. Never forget it. Never ever forget it. It was a basketball hoop. Yeah, it was everything. So yeah, that was the gift that. Yeah, it was just that whole idea of it all. We thought we lost it. We were destroyed. We were like, no.
That's amazing to kind of see, and then shout out to Daman.
I like that. I love Damon's comment there.
Yeah, Damon's amazing. Yes. And for me, I'm going to switch it back. I'm going to go to my childhood. For me, was definitely getting my first gaming system, which was the Sega Genesis. I don't know if everybody remembers the Sega Genesis, but I remember I always asked my mom, I want this. And just to have that feeling of open up that Sega Genesis. So parents are awesome, man. Shout out to all of our parents working their butts off and things like that. So we'll switch it up. And you guys don't have to be humble and modest with this one. Let's have some fun with this one. What is the worst gift you guys have ever gotten? I'll go first while you guys think. So for this is a memorable one because it was just hilarious to me. We had a Secret Santa at when I worked probably like 10 years ago at a corporate job, and how the Secret Santa worked was that you get the person's name and you'd write down like things that you like. So you would say like, hey, if you like Starbucks, if you like whatever, and it was like a $20 spend. I got, ladies and gentlemen watching, I got a soldering iron to like make jewelry.
Really?
And a soldering iron. So it's like an iron that fixes jewelry. And mind you, I was like, this is like 10 years ago, so I was like 24. And I was like, what the hell am I gonna do with this, man? Like I was nice and everything like that. But I was like, what the hell am I gonna do with a soldering iron? So funny enough, I gave it to I think my sister or somebody like that. But yeah, that was probably the worst gift that I ever got.
Oh, that's a good one. I don't even have. I'll tell you, if I had a good story, I'd tell you. I don't really have. Maybe I just love gifts, but I don't really have a bad gift. I don't have anything like that. I'm sorry. I wish I had a good story.
I have a really good one. So when I was working in a warehouse and managing it, I had some crazy dudes in there. There's some definitely crazy dudes, and there's one guy. There was this one guy, Bill. We had this automatic wrapping machine that wrapped the pallets. So he would practice like doing. Just to tell you about this guy, he would practice doing bobs and weaves. Like as the thing is going around, he's bobbing and weaving until he missed one time. The thing knocked him out. Right, that was one thing. The other thing is that. He gave me this aluminum foil. He gave me this aluminum foil with a bowl on top of it. And so I opened it up and he goes, Jeff, I really hope you like this. And I was like, I'm looking at my manager is dying. It's like my boss looks at me and goes, I don't know if I would open it if I was you, because I was like, whatever. So I opened it up. And it was a half a sandwich with a bite in it.
Oh my God.
I mean, you have to know this guy who was just hilarious. He says, I really worked hard on this. And he wrapped up a half a sandwich with a bite out of it. I mean, there's some other stuff too.
That's so funny.
Serious. I won't say what I got, but it was the Secret Santa. And when I opened it, you could be probably terminated from doing it right now. And what I received, it was freaking hilarious, but a lot of things.
A lot of things have changed in the workplace.
It's definitely different. And then we kind of brings up
Like
here,
that.
like, oh man, I could have became a millionaire. Shoot, 10 years ago, and I wouldn't be on this show. But thankfully I didn't, and we're sharing these stories. And Kelly brings up a funny story that she received a dirty Santa gift. Was gifted a bath. What's funny?
I'll go with Kelly on that. It was similar.
I love that.
Very similar, man. It was definitely a termination type gift.
Okay, have you guys been regifted before?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And was it ever stuff that you guys gave and they gave it back to you, like unknowingly, like?
Oh no, I've never had that.
No, never had. Why? Have you?
Yeah. Shout out to my grandma. Shout out to my grandma, I love her to death. But yeah, I gave her a gift, and then she gave that same gift to my mom. It was awesome, man. It was pretty cool to kind of see.
Come on now, your grandma still loves you.
Yeah.
I got to give my brother props. So we always do a white elephant, the Secret Santa white elephant thing. And one year he brought matcha. He brought fresh breadsticks. He wrapped breadsticks. He stopped at a pizza place and wrapped breadsticks. Greatest thing. We had no clue what was in this thing when we opened it. And I think actually I got it. But yeah, it was breadsticks. So fun.
Did it have red sauce with it?
I was just gonna say.
Yeah,
Santa.
They had mayonnaise in there and everything. It was perfect. It was actually one of the best Secret Santa gifts I ever got.
I would love that. I would love bread. As I'm older, I'm like, hey, do you guys want to pay like a utility bill, or like let's say take care of that, right? But Jets, what are I know you guys have older kids now, but what are some of like the morning traditions, or even the evening, the Christmas Eve traditions that you had with like your families? That's not every day, Jeff. That's every day.
So my big thing for my family is Christmas Eve. So my mom is always really big for Christmas Eve. It was kind of I think a lot of families have, and anybody listening, share yours. But I think a lot of families, especially with both parents and having to deal with both sides of the family, it's like a give and take sometimes, and sometimes it's a negotiation, really. But but that was always a big thing for my mom. And so, when we were kids, it was the Flores side on Christmas Day, the Nenari side on Christmas Eve. My mom just really, she held firm on that. So that's probably the biggest tradition for us. No matter whose wives or families are involved, it doesn't matter. It's my mom's house on Christmas Eve. So yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, even for us, like it's funny you say that, because like our family is actually extremely small. Like my parents came from Trinidad in 1988, and it was just them. Like I have no blood cousins or any like uncles, like blood family out here. But then my wife's family is huge, so we'd always have that conversation. It's the same thing; it's a negotiation. But I think like I always won the negotiation, or I thought I did, because it's my birthday, so I kind of trumped that. So like for me, I just want to sit home, drink beer, and watch basketball, because the NBA games Christmas Day are probably the best thing. But it's like, I don't know, COVID for me has changed everything, because even like those parties and stuff like that, they're not really happening anymore because people are older, not wanting to get together and things like that. But what kind of plans do you guys have? I know, DJ, you're going to be at your mom's house on Christmas Eve, but what plans do you guys all have for Sunday?
Of course.
Yeah, we have family coming over on Sunday. My sister-in-law is coming up with her family. She's a DVM, so she doesn't have much time. So she's going to come up on Sunday, leave on Monday. We usually do that every year.
Yeah, that's awesome to see, and I think, okay, so let's switch. Like I said, I want to have fun today. Like, let's not talk about logistics or anything like that. We can always talk about that stuff like next week and things like that. But let's go, boys. Let's have that conversation. Best Christmas movie.
Oh, Christmas Story, man. Christmas Story, for sure.
That's right. So I'll tell you that, because you said that, Jeff. So there, I think, there was just another remake to the Christmas Story, but there was another remake that was made when we were kids. Me and my brother and family were kids. It's called first they called My Summer Story, or River Runs Through, or something. They called it something, and then it was My Summer Story. A remake to it, and my brother and sister. Both my brothers were in the movie as extras, so it was kind of crazy. But yeah, And that was with the bumpuses and everything. Yeah.
What's this one?
Wow, that's you just never know. So, what's your favorite Christmas movie? I would assume it's that because your family's in it, or do you have a personal favorite?
No, actually, and nothing against my family. No, it's not that. Honestly, my favorite is Home Alone. Home Alone is
One or two?
That's my second. That's my number two, man.
Yeah, number two is the.
I think number two is. I think number two is my favorite. My son, I think me and Cooper, we're both addicted to the toy store in it. We want to go to the toy store. We're like, we want to go to that toy store.
Yeah, no, it's funny because like even for me, like I don't know, I just have like I would say Home Alone 2 is my number one, but Jingle All the Way, man. Like I grew up with that movie, and I feel like I like it more because my wife hates it so much. My wife hates that movie, so it's like even if so I'll just throw it on, and she's like, "Do any of your wives or you guys personally watch like those Hallmark Christmas movies? Like, is that your?" I know those kind of like cheesy kind of movies.
I used to.
Maggie gets into
years ago.
Yeah, Maggie gets into those, but not. But speaking of movies that people, so a movie me and Coop love is Elf. I can't stand Will Ferrell. I can't stand Will Ferrell, and I can't stand him in any other movie. But I love that movie, and Maggie hates it. Hates it.
Oh yeah, I got to go with Lisa on that too. Christmas.
Oh yes,
man,
that's another great one.
I got a confession for you guys. I've never seen that movie. I've never seen Christmas Vacation.
What?
I've never. So maybe I'll put that on the docket today. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got to rent that, dude. You are missing something special.
See it.
Oh, you got to. Yeah, just seriously, like you're gonna be laughing your ass off, dude.
Maybe I'll be doing that today while I got my out of office on. Like it's awesome to like. Even Daman loves it. I don't know. Like I just don't like Will Ferrell. So like I don't find him funny. So I like even when I
can't stand Will Ferrell. I hate him. Actually, I not hate this strongly, but I do not like him that much. But in that movie, it's something about the movie.
Well, I can guarantee you this: Will Ferrell will not sponsor this show.
No, I'm sorry.
Speaking of sponsors, right? And that's actually perfect because when we're thinking about Christmas time, we think that Santa on the sleigh, and different things. But it's not really Santa who's bringing those presents, right? It's those truck drivers who are bringing the presents. So I feel like it's time that we get into the DAT lane of the day.
Yes.
All right, today's lane of the day is going to be Cincinnati, Ohio. So shout out to DJ. He's out there. He's going to be going to Columbus, South Carolina. We're going to be looking at, let me just pull this up here so I can get a better view as everybody can kind of see here. We're looking at line haul RPM at $2.63 a mile. All in with fuel is $3.19. Contract with fuel is $3.40. Year-over-year change has been minus 98 cents. Recent rate jump on this lane, and it's currently at its highest point since March. Wow. The current rate is 67 cents higher than the November average. And as you guys can see, the weekend review there, I won't go over it, but you can see definitely the changes in drive-in, reefer, and flatbed. So we can get back to having fun and talking about Christmas because it's the best day of the year, right?
First off, props on the segue. That was a pro move on the segue to that. So very good. You slid right into that.
You know what? I feel like that's my job here, to figure out the cool segues. I'll be up at like 2 a.m. like writing segues, like to put on the show. But it's awesome to see. As Kelly kind of mentions, I'm just not a fan of Will Ferrell. But boys,
and Daman is right. How could you not love the dance party scene in the mailroom? Come on, like that is hilarious.
I think for me, when I saw the spaghetti and chocolate sauce,
he's right on that. That was pretty.
Oh God.
Yeah, when I saw the spaghetti and chocolate sauce, I was like, no, I can't. This is like, I'm gonna vomit. Gotta watch this. But with that being said, boys, favorite desserts. Let's get into it, man. Favorite desserts for Christmas.
Ooh.
And the audience too. We want to hear everybody's favorite desserts in the audience too. Let's have some fun.
Oh man.
I would say so. My all-time favorite is again going back to kids. I think. As I'm getting older, I'm realizing like the things we hold on to as kids are sometimes strange. And the reasons that we hold on to them are even crazier. But my grandma used to make this layered Jello cake or Jello thing. I don't know. It was different colored Jello, and it was multiple layers. That was like the most amazing. That was what we waited for on Christmas. We actually still request my mom, if you're listening. We still request her.
Here's
to
my
try
order,
to,
Mom.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Double it from last year.
No, exactly. Make sure it's on Christmas Eve, right?
I want my own. I want
my own. Yeah. Jeff, what's your favorite dessert just for Christmas time? You don't get it a year. Maybe Thanksgiving. I'll let that leeway, but at Christmas, it's a staple in your household.
I'm going to say my grandmother. She made these incredible hot cross buns that can't be duplicated. I mean, waiting all these decades, there's no freaking way I've ever ran into something like that. It's like your favorite meal that your mom makes, and then all of a sudden your mom's not here anymore, and it's like, man, it's just one of those things that you just don't ever forget. And it was definitely we couldn't. My sister and myself, we couldn't wait to have them, man. It was just awesome stuff.
Yes.
Yep. I can relate, man.
Banana cream pie.
Lisa.
And then apparently Daman, I don't know. I feel like Daman, and I know Damon's got a little bit of a long hair. He's looking very professional. Maybe like him and Will Ferrell should be like in a buddy cop movie, and they're going solving crimes as Buddy the Elf. And Lisa loves the no-bake cookies.
So
I'd love to hear about that.
No-bake cookies. What the hell is that? Oh, was that cookie dough? What is it, Lisa?
It's the no bake pies. They're actually really good. I think I know what she's talking about.
What is it though?
Really good. It's like I think the one I know of is Oreo, but it's an Oreo pie. But it's
Bob, you're late.
It's just mixed.
Go to your corner.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. I've never even the Oreo stuff.
I think that's what she's talking about. Lisa, let us know.
Yeah,
I want to know more about that. I seriously, I never heard of that stuff at all.
Oh, boys, it's for me. I think
DJ, you said no bake pie too.
No, they have something like that. It's a no bake something. Jello or something makes it, but I think again, Maggie's probably listening to this right now. Like, how does he even know this? He doesn't make anything.
You know what? Damon was actually going to bring up what I'm going to talk about. Christmas is about multiple desserts. It's that's what I'm all about. Just not the one. Ice cream, pumpkin pie, etc.
Get rid of the pumpkin pie, man. No way. That's exit stage left, dude. No way. Ugh.
Not even with whipped cream. Not even the pecan pie.
Hell no. And that's like, have you ever heard of mincemeat pie?
Yes, and it's gross. You know what?
That's a Scottish thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a Scottish thing. Yeah, it's I think it's a French thing too. They call it tourtière or something like that. It's something like that. But boys, I know that. Have you guys ever traveled for Christmas? Like gone away, or you guys have always been home?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. I'll tell you really quick. I'll tell you really quick. So before I got married, many years ago, we had this tradition which kind of sucked because you always got hammered by one family or the other, especially the moms. We had to go to 2 Christmas dinners on the same day, man. It sucked. It was like, because if you went to one house and then you ate, it's like you wanted to eat more, but you couldn't because you had to go to the other house and eat there too. So what's the matter? Are you feeling sick? What's the matter? You don't like the food? And it's just like, oh man, it was tough. We did that constantly all the time. And then my sister, then we had to go to 3. Then I went to my mom's, and then my mother-in-law's, and then my sister's house, and it was like, oh my god! And then we just put a hold to it. This year we're doing this house. Next year we're doing that house. And it's just oh man.
See, for me, what I kind of do is it's kind of like the same traditions every single time. So we'll do like breakfast or kind of brunch at my mom's house and open gifts and everything like that.
That makes sense.
And we've always done that. And then we'll do like my in-laws in the night. So we get that time to like sleep and then digest all the amazing breakfast. And being West Indian, man, like we have like a lot of like foods that we just only make for Christmas. So like my baked ham, like my honey ham is like the best thing in the world. I don't care what anybody says, you know. So we make like baked ham, like tons of like bread, like hops and stuff like that. And as kind of Lisa kind of mentions here, you know, it's always been at home. And I can't see, I've always wanted to like go to Mexico or go to Jamaica, but it's just like, nah, I gotta be around my mom and my dad, man. It's
Kelly just brought up one pie, pecan pie. That's not bad, man. You know, I'm not one of those big pecan person in general, but man, I'll tell you, if it's done right, that's a damn good pie, man. And let me tell you something. You know, no worries, you won't get any weight from that.
No calories don't count on Christmas, you know, and Thanksgiving. You know, it's just
the
way of the world.
No.
Everything's guilt free on that day.
Yes, and then you pay horrifically.
Yes.
Boys, I think like we were having so much. I'm having so much fun with you guys. This is amazing, and I like these conversations. Let's kind of switch it up because I know these ones are going to be a little bit more not intense. But what is the one thing that you're so grateful for this holiday season?
Grateful. I would say for myself, just to have the opportunities to do what I do daily. It wasn't planned that way, to be perfectly honest with you. And you know what I'm going to say, but I'm not going to say it. And just being able to learn every single day and have the connections that I've made over this past year with all you guys, and just how it manifests itself and it just grew, and just being yourself and removing negativity and injecting positivity and just helping where you can and when and where you can. I mean, I love it, man. I really love it because I love doing what I do every single day. I don't have a job. I have an adventure. Logistics is an adventure for me. And I hope it's for all you guys out there too, that one day you realize that it's really not a job when you really love what you do. And I'm just so damn grateful that God gave me that blood, you know, to do what I do every single day in my life, man. I have no, regrets at all. None. Zero. So that's what I'm thinking.
I love that. And I'm probably going to throw a curveball to everybody, but I'm sure there's some people listening right now, or some people that will end up listening to this that will appreciate this. And it might be your guys' story too, I think, in a way. But COVID 2 years ago, changing everything and really getting me super hyper focused on like what actually makes me happy. I think that's what it did for a lot of people at this time. It was kind of a in a way a curveball, but really an awakening to like, hey, wake up and find what you want to do. And that's really what it was for me. And so just going on a mission of surrounding myself with what makes me happy and the people that I have surrounded myself with, I couldn't be more grateful. It's been insane. So yeah.
Yep.
And even for me, it's like all those things like resonate with me, and I think this industry has like given me so much, and being able to give me so much, I'm able to give back more, whether it be time or money or just being more generous. And I think that's the one thing I'm grateful for. You know, I it's weird because every morning I wake up, I thank God every morning that, hey, my eyes opened. You know, not everybody has that.
Same here, man. Right? Same here, for sure.
So it's like, it's simple things like that. You know, I'm grateful for my wife. I'm grateful for my dogs. I'm grateful for I'm grateful that my mom and my sister are literally like 3 minutes away. They live 3 minutes away. So if anything happens, they're always kind of there for us and things like that. So, and I'm grateful for all of you guys, all the connections that I've made this year and things like that. I know for myself, I've never wanted to be like a quote unquote like influencer or anything like that. I just want to meet genuine people, and if I'm unknown, I'm so happy with it, you know, because at the end of the day, that means I've surrounded myself with the top people, and if nobody knows me, that I love that, you know. And I kind of want to be that like silent person in the background, just kind of trying to make the world a better place. So thank you guys. You guys are a part of it. Thank you.
Yes, man. Absolutely. That's Could not have said it better. Hey,
Yeah.
DJ, why don't you take us out, my
man.
friend, like you always done in the past? Do it.
I will. So listen, everybody, Sales Chatter Live, you guys got to check these guys out. It is daily, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Start your day right with these guys. You won't, listen, it will help. I promise. This has changed my life. I'm sure there's a lot of people watching this that just these little nuggets, and just listening and talking and hearing other people. It really can change everything. Centurion Trucking, Daman, obviously people over profits. You gotta reach out to our guy. And so the quote to take us out. This is actually one, and it's funny. I was gonna make a post of this today, but I'll use it as a quote instead. And I think this is going into 2023, guys. Take this next week. And I will tell you, really do an inventory of your surroundings and your people. And if there's somebody who really isn't feeling like they're giving you that same lift you're giving them, really think about it, because I think 2023, we need you need more focus on that. And that's where this quote really is going. So this is a quote by A.D. Williams, and it is, imagine what 7 billion humans could accomplish if we all loved and respected each other. Imagine.
That's a thought.
Imagine.
That's definitely a thought.
That's not so. Want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. But first, before we actually kind of say our goodbyes, just want to say congratulations to Kelly, first grandbaby due in February. That's awesome. It's great to kind of see. And then as kind of Lisa kind of mentions here. So, gents, let's hear the wishes, man. I love you guys. Hope you guys have an amazing Christmas and happy holidays.
Thanks everybody to our audience for the support and the comments. We couldn't do it without you. Hopefully we continue to bring you what you need to hear, what you don't want to hear, and just have a fantastic Merry Christmas. And if we don't see you next week, a very happy New Year, and we'll see you soon.
There we go. So we want to thank everybody for coming out this morning. We'll see you guys again on the replay at 12 and 3 p.m. Eastern time on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We're looking forward to seeing what next week kind of brings for us. We definitely will be live. We'll be discussing if we'll do some pre-records or do it live. But regardless of that, thank you guys for everything that you guys have done with us. Daman, thank you so much for being a sponsor with Centurion Trucking. And a little inside joke for him: wax on, wax off, grasshopper. Let's go. Take care, everybody.
Happy birthday, Ryan.
Happy birthday, Ryan.